I've got so many party accessories that I got just for this occasion. Crazy ribbon, weird sunglasses, heart shape, whistle things, party popper 2, balloons, these big ones. No idea what this is. Oh, why am I doing this? Didn't think I'd be signing up for so much manual labor. In fact, respiratory labor. Oh everything's falling. I actually got this in Gilgit in northern Pakistan in a supermarket. I don't know why I would get a balloon in a supermarket in the mountains. Oh my god, I feel woozy. Woo! I feel like I need to celebrate. 100,000 people subscribe to this account. There's 100,000 people who have hit subscribe to my account. That makes me, you don't even know how that makes me feel. Proud, baffled, like why would all these people follow me? I'm just such a normal, average person. Check out these glasses. I look ridiculous. And this, I've never used this before. Crazy ribbon for this. Oh my god, I just sprayed this literally on my camera screen. Let me show you. The things you do for YouTube. Yay! No, this way. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. There's 100,000 of you. I've managed to blow up these balloons. That is not even my biggest achievement. No, but right now it actually feels like it's my biggest achievement. But thank you so much for being part of this journey. Thank you so much for being part of my social media family. Thank you so much for this incredible support that I've received from you. Yay! It's just amazing to see that there is so much positivity in people around me. I don't know what I would do without you. This is so hard to believe. I still remember who my first subscriber was. That was my best friend, Melissa. And then my second subscriber, I think, was my dad. And then the third was my brother, who's 12 years old. And on this channel, I started out creating very travel-y vlogs, all about exploring places, trying out foods. And obviously, I still really want to do that. But you know, I feel like now I want to tell you what I'm passionate about. And I wonder if you guys are passionate about this, or if you can become passionate about this. You know, I'm not like a staunch activist. I would call myself an environmentalist, or someone who really deeply cares about the environment. Because how can you not? So here's what I propose. Next time you drive past like a garden center or a nursery, stop. Park your car, get out of your car, go up to a tree, buy the tree. It's gonna be a small sapling. Bring it back to your garden if you have one, or if you don't have a garden, bring it back to the courtyard of your apartment block or whatever, and plant that tree. And if everybody who watches this video plants one tree, that could still be tens of thousands of trees all around the world, new trees that we have planted by sheer force of being in this together and caring about our world. And I'm gonna do that right now. That's what I'm doing with my community. Please know that we're gonna be responsible, and please know that we're gonna take care of our planet, and please know that we're gonna have fun while doing it. Oh shit, it's gone everywhere. Alright guys, this is the surprise I had planned for you. The rest of this video is gonna be me talking about, you know, how I've sort of gone from 0 to 100,000 YouTube subscribers in about 9 months, and how I went viral. But while I do that, I wanna be planting a tree. I wanna do something for the earth. So I've arrived at a nursery in Islamabad, and I've got a lot of really pretty trees here. So I'm just following this gentleman here.
This one.
This one? That's a big flowering tree. Okay, I think I've got my tree. I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but apparently it's gonna grow with purple flowers in 4 years. It's a long-term investment, guys. And obviously every tree needs a slightly controversial name, right? So I named this one Anarkali after the legendary courtesan of the Mughal era in Lahore. Oh wow, she fits in.
No problem.
No problem. Great. I'm happy. You're happy?
Yes.
We're taking a selfie. Alright, and we're off on our way. Here we are, me, and right in the background there, but you can't see her, Anarkali. Alright, let's get going so I can tell you all about how this crazy YouTube thing happened. You're probably quite curious, and I can't wait to tell the story. Okay, we've arrived home, and I'm just scouting the garden for a place where I can plant this tree. But I guess I need to get changed into some garden clothes. Okay, I think that is more suitable garden attire. Here she is. I never got a shovel too. You might not believe it, but it's true. 9 months ago, I had no idea how to even edit a video. I had no idea what you can do with Premiere Pro. I had no idea how to shoot a video. I was a total newbie. So I had worked in travel media. I was, at that time I was working for a startup in London, and I was in charge of their social media team after having been on the editorial team for a while. So I knew, what goes into creating a great travel video destined for social media, but that's about it. I was more working with people than with equipment. And because it keeps falling off. Hey, I think I fixed it. All done. Little break. After having worked in this company for about 5 years, it was a startup, so it was really fast-paced, super busy the whole time. Yeah, I'm making the vlog. Very small interruption. So you're working very long hours in a very intense work environment, and you're trying to build something. So I loved it. I really did. But I think there came a point in my life where I knew that the corporate life in London wasn't really for me. And I thought, what else? Like, what would be the dream? What is my biggest dream? If I could choose one thing that I could be, if I could pick one thing that I could do, in my wildest dreams, what would it be? And the answer to that was create travel content, create travel videos, present travel videos, and travel around the world. From one day to the next, I quit my job, gave a notice on my room in London, and I said goodbye to all my friends, and I was on my way. Alright, the hole looks like it's ready. So now I just need to get this pretty thing out of the pot. Look, there's blood. Yeah, there's blood. See, I'm bleeding for this vlog. Literally bleeding for this vlog. Blood, sweat and tears, that's what this vlog is. Whew. My finger's still bleeding. I should probably get that taken care of, but you know what? I'm just gonna continue with this. There's a bit more of the story that I need to tell you. So I got my camera, I got my equipment, I got everything. I had already left my job, and then I needed to have some sort of niche. I realized that, if you want to start vlogging, and if you want to do it properly, if you want to achieve success in that world, you need to do something different. So, I sat down and I thought, what do I really love? And what is my unique selling point, my USP? And I realized that is unusual places. Traveling solo as a woman to places that maybe women don't normally travel to alone. And that's how I came up with, with Nepal, with India, with Pakistan, with Mongolia, China. And I had planned my route, and that's where I wanted to go. And I decided to start making videos. So I taught myself everything from scratch, via YouTube tutorials, and slowly I learned the basics. And the basics are not that hard to master. That is Anarkali. No, that is not. That is Anarkali. And I hope she continues to grow in this very spot. And Anarkali is the tree that I plant for all of you guys. Whether you're from Pakistan or anywhere else. Alright, let me tell you the rest of the story. Yes, I bled for this video. It's so disgusting. You're my assistant today, my production assistant. I should probably go clean this up. Quick recap, so I quit my job, I bought my equipment, I taught myself how to edit videos, and I found my niche that I was passionate about, and then I left. I went traveling. That's what happened. I started posting photos on my Instagram every single day, religiously. I started posting stories on my account every single day, also pretty religiously. I made sure that I interacted with all of my community as much as possible. I tagged every single feature account for travel that I could think of. So wherever I went, I would seek out accounts that specialized in reposting other people's pictures, and I would hashtag the hell out of them. I would contact them. I would be like, hey guys, I'm in town. Please use my pictures if you like them. I would tell them, guys, I would love to make some Instagram stories for you. I'll film stuff, and then all you need to do is repost and tag me. And that's how I grew my initial network. You know, I really hustled a lot. So it didn't just happen. That initial growth didn't just happen on its own. You know, it required a lot of work, and that's how I got up to maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000 fans on Instagram. And a couple of those sort of mini collaborations went really well. In fact, one of the videos I made, someone created like a little montage video out of that on Facebook and then put it on Facebook, and then that video went viral, gaining over 1 million views in about a week. So that was pretty great. I kept on traveling all around Asia, doing my thing, and then ultimately I decided to come back to Pakistan for several different reasons. You know, I continued doing my thing and hustling and collaborating and doing stuff and making things and asking people to feature me. The better my content got, the more people followed me. And that's kind of what happens. You know, the more you do something, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. They say that for a reason. As I continued to make content here in Pakistan, an airline reached out to me and they wanted to collaborate with me because they saw that some of my content was getting traction here in the country. That collaboration went absolutely viral all over Pakistan. I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but basically it was, you know, like the Kiki Challenge by Drake, In My Feelings, or whatever it's called, where people get out of the car and they dance alongside the car. Yeah, that one. We did that with a plane. Now, of course, we had all the permits, and actually it wasn't even a real plane. It was a fake, like, mock plane that they used for training purposes. As soon as I published that video to my social media channels, that little Kiki Challenge video with the plane, it went mental everywhere in Pakistan. Suddenly, I saw myself on TV screens, like me, like this identifiable face on TV screens, being commented on by TV anchors and presenters and journalists and people saying stuff in Urdu, and I had no clue what was going on. But all I knew was that my video was all over Pakistani media everywhere. Yeah, so that went really viral. It caused quite a storm, to be honest. Can you imagine, just for a second, that you make a video that distinctively has your face in it, that people can recognize. You make a video that's a little bit silly, and suddenly it becomes the very nucleus of a media storm, and you are everywhere in the country and everybody can recognize you. And you have no control over any of it. Zero control. It was like an out-of-body experience. Anyway, so that went pretty crazy viral. The video didn't really represent anything that I cared about. It didn't represent what I was really doing. It didn't represent my focus, which was travel. But I thought, okay, this is probably a good opportunity now, since there is so much media attention around this whole thing. Why don't I go and speak to all of these journalists, and why don't I tell them about what really matters to me, which is travel? As terrifying as that was to do, that's what I did. I went out there and I talked to all the journalists. So then my following grew, and probably within a week, when that whole sort of viral thing was happening, when I was going to speak to journalists, during that week it probably grew by about 100,000 new people, which was pretty spectacular and just completely overwhelming. Because when your accounts grow that fast, again, you feel like you're having an out-of-body experience. You feel like it's completely not under your control. You feel like it's you don't really know what's happening, and I didn't really know what was happening. And I have to admit that during that whole time, I was a nervous wreck. All I wanted to do was dig myself a hole somewhere in the corner of the world and go and hide there forever. That's honestly how I felt. The whole thing eventually, fizzled out, it blew over, and 2 weeks later nobody really cared about it anymore. And I was left with, quite a few new people who started following me in that time. And then I guess, I just continued doing my thing. I continued making videos, I made even more videos, I made better videos, and that whole thing prompted me to make even better content. Looking back at how all of this has evolved, I can see very clearly that it's a mixture of very hard work, hustle and determination, and luck. And being able to manage your luck, because luck doesn't just come in its purest form. Luck can come disguised as a curse. And that's how it came for me. It was a curse and a blessing at the same time. And then I started to collaborate with some of the vloggers here and with a lot more people here. And I started writing articles for various media, for various magazines and newspapers here about travel, all about, what I was doing here and my mission to promote a positive image of Pakistan. I kept working really, really, really hard and creating more and more content in various forms and speaking to anyone that I could speak to spread the message. That was kind of the latest stage of my growth. So just to do a very, very quick recap, at first, the very early stages, that took me to about 20, 30K. That was a lot of hustle, hard work, communication, engagement, reaching out to various platforms and begging them to feature me. Second stage was going viral twice, actually, in very different contexts, which helped with that sort of boost, and I count as luck more than anything. And then the third stage has been more collaborations with other vloggers, writing articles for various newspapers and magazines, collaborating with bigger institutions and organizations. So yeah, guys, that's kind of the story, really. I hope you found this interesting. There's been so much that has happened over the last 9 months. It's been the greatest whirlwind of my life, but I have zero regrets. I am so happy that I made that initial decision to quit my job and to leave London behind and to go on this grand adventure. I think it was the best choice I've ever made in my life. So here's one last message from me. If you have a dream, and if you think that you can achieve your dream, don't leave it in the dream zone. Plan it out, write it out, script it out for yourself in the worst and the best possible case scenarios. And then follow it. Follow your dreams. It might just work out. Guys, thank you so much for being part of my YouTube family. You have no idea how much it means to me that you are here and that you are watching. And if you're not a subscriber yet, then hit that little button somewhere there below the screen and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next vlog, which is coming out soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.